Welcome back, race fans, and get ready. Tonight, the Valvoline Cup Series hits the brakes, turns left and right, and tackles the ultimate test of car control at the legendary Indianapolis road course. After 2 thrilling weeks of superspeedway madness and 1.5-mile brawling, the series shifts into a whole new gear. Sharp braking zones, technical corners, and brutal track limits await every driver daring enough to take the green flag. And heading into tonight, there's no doubt the man with the target on his back, Bryce. Fresh off a commanding Daytona 500 victory, Bryce has proven he's not just a super speedway threat. Last time we hit a road course, he didn't just win, he absolutely demolished the field by over a full minute. That kind of dominance is rare, and if he shows anything close to that form tonight, the rest of the field is going to be scrambling for second place. But don't expect him to walk away without a fight. Milk, the Atlanta winner, is rolling in with big momentum. Known for precision driving and technical mastery, Milk could be the biggest challenger if he finds clean air early and executes a perfect pit cycle. He's finished top 5 in most races so far this season and knows how to attack tough layouts like this one. Jarrett is another name you must watch. Steady, smooth, and increasingly confident, he's knocking on the door of a breakout victory. If chaos erupts up front, don't be surprised if that number 11 machine is in prime position to steal that win. Behind them, guys like NLS Network, Dark Pumps, and Elbear will be hunting for survival and the opportunity to fight for the victory today. The Indy Roval punishes mistakes brutally. One missed braking point, one tire off into the grass, and your race could be completely over. Let's not forget the bigger picture. Milk Motorsports and TCMC are locked in a heavy team war for early season supremacy. Communication, pit strategy, and teamwork could be the deciding factor when this race comes down to its final chaotic laps. So tonight, it's all about patience, precision, and power. Will Bryce continue his road course reign? Will Milk or Jarrett rise to the occasion? Or will Chaos crown a new winner? We're about to find out. The Indy Roval awaits. Let's go racing!
Yeah. Welcome to the Valvoline Cup Series. This is race number 3. We are here. We will be racing at Indianapolis, the road course, though. So Indianapolis Roval here tonight for the Valvoline Cup Series. So let's look about how many drivers are going to join tonight. It looks like currently we will get around 11 drivers here tonight. Here at Indy Roval. It'll be a pretty short race. Not many laps here for Indy Roval, so one of the shortest races on the Valvoline Cup Series schedule. So we're looking forward to that. While we wait for qualifying to begin, we will look at the point standings for the Cup Series. So the points currently as they go. Jarrett is in first place with 69 points, with Milk behind by 1 in second place. Bryce also behind by 1 in third. Elbear also behind by 1 in fourth. Pump's 2-point gap is in fifth. Then you have sixth, which is NLS. Seventh, which is G Cool. Eighth, Mopar, having a really good season so far. Ninth, below the cut line is Coffee. 10th is Akimbo. 11th is Tyreek. 12th is F1 Fan. 13th is Bawoozy. 14th is Footlong. 15th is Sean. 16th is Zay. 17th is Chicken. So we will, I believe, be loading into qualifying very soon for the start of the race. Excuse me, start of qualifying.
I'm sure I'd like to try. Lost causes turn me on and cut me like a knife. You say you're broken.
As we look at for the last couple races, obviously there's only been 2 other races, so yeah, to start off the season, Bryce won the Atlanta Clash, and then he also got the Daytona 500 win finally after many times of trying. Obviously, last race at Atlanta, Milk was your winner for the Walmart 400. For the Good Luck Grand Prix here today for Indy Roval, this is race number 3. And looking ahead for the rest of the season, looking at the next 5 races, after we go to Indy Roval, finish up here today, we will go to the Food City 500 at Bristol Motor Speedway. Then we will head to Fontana for the California Love 500. Then we will go to Kansas for the Busch 400. we will go to Martinsville for the 7-Up 700, a crown jewel event in the Valvoline Cup Series. And then rounding off the next 5 races will be Talladega for the Valvoline 500. So that's just a look at the next 5 races here for the Valvoline Cup Series. As drivers are now loading into the qualifying lobby, we have not started yet, but drivers are starting to be invited into the lobby. Currently, as of right now, there are 4 drivers in. Those consist of Milk, Tyreek, Jarrett, and Footlong. As I said earlier in the broadcast, we are looking for about 10 drivers here tonight. We could possibly get maybe a couple more. That's what it's hopefully appears to look like. And before we go, your heat lineup here for tonight. So we'll go from 1st to 8th. First will be Akimbo, 2nd Footlong, 3rd Mopar, 4th Elbear, 5th Bryce, 6th Jarrett, 7th Pumps, and 8th Milk. So that will be your heat lineup for tonight. Anyone else who joins will be put to the rear, so they'll be starting behind Milk. So we look at the Valvoline Grand National Series side. The Valvoline Grand National Series just ended at the Indy Oval. So the Indy Oval configuration for the Brickyard 200. Bamuzi got the win there. And then looking at your previous 2 races, Atlanta, your winner was Milk, who swept the Atlanta week. And the Daytona 350 was NLS Network. As I said, drivers are now loading into the qualifying lobby. Looks to be about 9 drivers at the moment. So yeah, those drivers consist of Milk, Tyreek, Jarrett, Paluzzi, Akimbo, Mopar, Shelby, Elbear, G-Cool, and Zay. Bryce is currently looking for that invite. He has received it. He has joined. There is NASCAR F1 fan as well. So it looks to be probably 11 drivers. Maybe we'll get 1 or 2 more here for the race. So yeah, we'll see if any more decide to join. As we are looking to hopefully get started very shortly for the Valvoline Cup Series here at the Indy Roval. Is now, yep, we have 11 drivers in the lobby. I believe this might be it. So we're looking to probably get started here in the next few minutes for qualifying here for the Indy Roval. Obviously, as I said earlier, it'll be one of the shortest races of the season. Probably will only last about 25 minutes. So it'll be a short one here tonight, but still going to be a lot of action. The first lap will definitely be interesting going into turn 1. If anybody lost, that could definitely change the outcome of this race. So I think to get the pole, start on the front row will be the biggest advantage for these drivers to pull away and hopefully not get caught up if someone locks the brakes behind them, because someone locks the brakes behind them, that could really take out a lot of cars. It could also take out the front row, but I feel like, for first and second, they'll have a better advantage. because we have 12 drivers now. It looks like we will be getting started. So the qualifying lobby timer is ticking down. About 35 seconds left. So looking at some favorites going into the race, we obviously have to look at our two winners this season, Milk and Bryce. Those two drivers have been very strong this season, especially Milk. Very, very good. Bryce wasn't the result that he wanted at Atlanta, but he's looking to turn it around here today for Indy Roval. So, yeah, we'll see what he can do.
Draw the line where the road ends. The two of us don't have to
12 drivers in the lobby. I think we're looking for one or two more drivers here. So, yeah, we'll be getting started very shortly. As I said, now 13 drivers. That might have been the last driver. So we'll see if we'll get started here. And it looks like we will. The timer has ticked down to 0, and we will now be starting qualifying. As the drivers are now loading into qualifying for here at Indy Roval. Looking for a good show here tonight. As we are still loading into the lobby. We are now waiting for the drivers to get ready. And we will be underway very shortly from Indianapolis here at the Brickyard. As we are now going to get started here. We are green. Apologize, my green was a bit delayed. I believe we are going to probably get into heat lineup form. Yes, as we are, we will be getting into the heat lineup. So once these drivers figure out their positions, I believe we will start at the start-finish line. Due to it being a road course, I'm not 100% sure if they'll choose a different area to start, but I believe it'll be the front stretch. But yeah, these drivers now just figuring out where to line up. Once we do that, we will have I believe a 3-lap heat. For 4 laps, obviously this first lap will be used to just get the lineup situated. As they are now going double file here. I believe maybe they'll start on the track. They are heading towards the track now, the main oval part of the track. So looks like we are looking to probably start here. Yeah, I believe we will be starting on the front stretch here. These drivers are not really accelerating. So yeah, just getting double file here officially. So yeah, these cars are now in double file order. As they are now looking out of the final corner to start qualifying for the Indy Roval race here today. Obviously, there's bonus points if you win the heat and you get the pole. So it's obviously important to get those two. And we are, okay, excuse me. And it looks like we're underway for qualifying. Kimbo leads them into turn one. Mopar might have gotten the wall a little bit on the pit road. Oh, Akimbo, not a good first corner. He lets 3 drivers by and is now in the grass. Gets it back on, but really bad start for him. Lets 4 drivers go. They're 3 wide up there for position. But Bawuzi in the 43 car for Highline Motorsports prevails. G Cool now in second. Third is the 20. The 20 car. Oh no, Mopar is around. He spins. Unfortunate for him. He gets it back going. There's the 7 as well. Albert might have also had a mistake there. So unfortunate for Shelby there in that number 7. Almost 3 wide again between Zay, the 20 car, and G Cool. Still trying to figure out who that 20 car is. Bryce has also stalled on the track, so yeah, it looks like he might have spun. Bryce has indeed spun, so unfortunate. So the 20 is pumps, 20 in the grass there a little bit. As we are now on lap 3, we have 2 laps to go in qualifying. These drivers pretty much all spread out. The drivers probably in the rear we're probably just trying to look for fastest lap. Obviously, it kind of looks like those top 3 that got that amazing start. We're trying to compete. I believe Bawuzi is the leader. Shelby, I believe, went for another spin there. Struggling here. These road courses are pretty tough here in NASCAR E5. So, just tough to get adjusted from the usual ovals, but we'll be back to the ovals next week. Obviously, I believe we are going to Bristol. Oh no! Pumps might have gotten a penalty there. Slows up Akimbo's lap. That's not going to do him any good. But Woozy looks really, really strong here, though, as he is your leader in the qualifying heat. Yeah, he's might be one of the best out here today. Looks to be a major gap. I'm going to try to see how far. No one is in his rear view mirror. The next car is really, really far back. He almost cut that corner. Was very lucky not to get a penalty. I think all 4 tires were off the racing surface. But now we are heading on to the front stretch with, I believe, with 1 lap to go in qualifying. Bawuzi, an amazing start in qualifying for him. He has a major lead. Going to also try to look for that fastest lap. Going to try to get some additional bonus points. The whole field is pretty much spread out, just trying to look for anything to try to get those 5 additional bonus points for that fastest lap for pole, obviously. So these drivers working hard at it. But Bawuzi prevails as your leader in the heat. We'll see if he'll be able to get this win. Looks like Shelby might have retired the car on pit road. His car is on pit road. I'm not sure if he decided to pit, but I'm assuming he has decided to park the car here in qualifying. There's Bawuzi now going to these last couple corners. Goes into the 3rd to last corner here. Now 2nd to last corner. And yeah, it's been an amazing start for Bawuzi. He He is a newer driver to the Valvoline Racing Series. He has definitely turned some heads, definitely turned Tyreek's head, and he was signed full-time this season, I believe, Tyler Motorsports, and he will get the heat win. But Woozy, your heat winner here from the Indianapolis Roval. So Woozy gets your heat win, gets those additional bonus points. We'll see who will get fastest lap after all these drivers finish. We'll see your qualifying heat results very shortly. Looking at your heat results, NASCAR Fun Fan finishes second, third is Zay, fourth is Milk, fifth is Akimbo, I believe sixth is Tyreek. Fifth Akimbo, so sixth is Tyreek. So yeah, that's your top six. I will try to do the best I can to try to just keep everybody updated on who's watching on every single driver. Obviously, we saw a lot of chaos in qualifying, so I will just try to keep up with all the drivers and all the stories out there. So I will try my best here. As my game has crashed, I will have to reload in, hopefully in time for the race. But it looks like 14 drivers. Yeah, 14 drivers, I believe, will take the green flag here tonight from the Indianapolis Roval. As we are changing off the qualifying settings here, and we will get started very, very shortly. And it looks like we will be starting here for the Indianapolis Roval, as the time is now starting to tick down from the lobby. As the time has fully ticked down, it's gonna be 13 drivers for this event, not 14. Apologies for that. But 13 drivers here tonight for one of the shortest races of the season. As once I get that invite to the lobby, we will be good to go from Indianapolis.
Joey woke up that morning with no intention of making waves, but the sun was shining on him. He had to stop and shield his feet.
Coming to the green, driver. Ready? Yeah, let's go.
These drivers now, I believe they have taken the green flag. It is taking me a bit long to load, so apologies for that. commentating will be a little bit delayed, but the drivers have taken the green flag. So yeah, only a 16 lap race. So as I said, as I've been repeating, it's going to be one of the shortest races of the season. So I'm looking forward to see what can happen in these 16 laps. Definitely will be a lot of chaos. We saw a lot of chaos in qualifying. So I expect maybe a couple cautions, but we'll see. So we'll see if these drivers will be able to keep it clean for the most part. But it looks like Bawuzi is your leader. Still trying to load in. Bryce in second, Jarrett in third. Bryce and Jarrett are battling for position. They spread out a little bit. As I've now loaded in, we are officially going, and it looks like we are under the yellow flag. So, yeah, these drivers, I believe, are under the yellow flags. This is not what you want. These caution laps really just tick off race time and tick off the amount of opportunities you have to catch up, or excuse me, not to catch up, but to try to race your way with these drivers and race your way for that lead. As they are now restarting here, but Woozy, I believe, starting in first position. And we are green once again. Let's try this again. Let's see if we'll keep it clean. Bryce gets a great restart and will grab the lead. What will Bawuzi be able to do to try to get it back? He sends it in there deep. So does Bryce. Not a good first turn for Bryce. Milk gonna try to take advantage, but Bawuzi shoves Jarrett into the gravel a little bit. I don't think he's gonna like that. Bryce definitely regretting his decision now. He might have gotten a penalty. He's really far back there. Yeah, I believe he might have gotten a penalty there. So unfortunate for his number 9 team with Team Chevy Motor Club. But Bawuzi is your leader now. Jarrett following behind in that number 11 for Milk Motorsports. I believe we might be under the yellow flag. So once again, I'm 100% not sure what that is for. Yeah, not too sure what that's about. But yeah, these drivers got to clean it up here. Got to get at least one lap. So we'll see what these drivers will be able to do on this restart here. These guys, let's just get it. Let's just be clean. Let's just keep it green as we are ready to try again. As we will be restarting now. We are green flag racing once again here at Indianapolis Roval. Jarrett on good restart. What will he be able to do? What will Bawuzi be able to do? Now going into turn number 1, the heavy braking zone. Oh, Bawuzi in the wall a little bit. Goes in the Milk. Mopar, goodness, sends the field. Completely missed the corner, and he spun around. He turned way too early. And yeah, shuffled up that pack in the front. 3 wide there, now 4 wide. Bryce now taking advantage of these caution flags, has caught up. But Jarrett is your new leader now here at the Indianapolis Roval. Bawuzi follows in second in pursuit of trying to get that lead back. A couple drivers in the grass, and you can see that's Zay and G-Cool. Bryce now gains a lot of positions. I believe he's up to 4th. So he's been getting really lucky on these restarts. A lot of drivers, pretty much the field has spread out. There's really no 2-pack, 1-pack there. The field is pretty much spread out. Oh, Jarrett in the grass makes a mistake. Bawuzi trying to take advantage of that. He decides to back out. Not going to do too wide through there. As looks like we will be able to complete a lap under the green flag. Bawuzi now, great exit off the final corner. He'll get the lead from Jarrett. Bawuzi now your new leader going into turn number 1. As I will be looking at the rest of the pack. There is a little bit of a mini pack towards the rear that consists of about 5 cars. They are a little bit spread out, but I believe they're pretty much equal pace. So, as I've been elaborating, Woozy, I believe, is out to your lead. Yeah, Woozy is out to your lead. Jarrett following suit in second place. You're still under the green flags. I thought we were under caution there for a little while. It is a road course. There is Bryce, though. He has significantly caught up to these two drivers, so could definitely be in pursuit for this win. Would definitely like to turn that around from last race. Just was not what he wanted. I believe it was a 6th place or 5th place. Did finish, I believe, a lap down, so not a good result for Bryce last race. But yeah, he's looking to catch up. Let's see who's in 4th here behind Bryce. I believe that might be a Kimbo, that 27 car. Excuse me, I believe that is Milk in the 4th position, and behind Milk, not too sure who's behind Milk. Looks like that driver must have fallen back just a little bit. Might have made a mistake. Bryce in the grass a little bit, gets in the grass, he keeps it going, loses a little bit more time. Jarrett trying to look for a move, does not get it there, and will have to try again somewhere else on the racetrack. We are on lap 9 out of 16. Not many laps to go, 7 to go here from the Indianapolis Roval. But so far, it looks like a Bawuzi show. So far, he is out with a pretty good lead against Jarrett. Honestly, these drivers are probably just looking for mistakes. And there's a mistake right there. Jarrett spins from the 2nd place position going into the final corner. That is really going to cost him. He might lose another position to Milk. He already lost it to Bryce. He does not. Jarrett squeezes back in there. But now is back at the... Oh, no, Maddox speared around as well in the final corner. He hits the wall hard. He has massive damage on that front of the car. Very heavy damage. That is really going to cost Maddox, or excuse me, NASCAR F1 fan. Jeez.
You're almost out of gas.
Yeah, there's really big damage to that 18 car. I'm not sure if he was trying to actually pull into the pits. It might have just been a game issue on my end. But we'll see if it'll be an extended stop here for NASCAR F1 fan. Yeah, but as you can see, there's pretty significant top damage on that number 18, so not too sure. He is pulling off pit road now. But yeah, these drivers do have to pit. They are under a fuel situation, so they will have to eventually pit. Here comes Bryce into the pits. It might have been a game issue because it looked like Woozy also crashed, but I believe he did make it to pit road. So yeah, apologies for that. I believe it is just a game issue. So, but yeah, just apologies once again for that. But yeah, these drivers are now starting to pit. They are obviously short of fuel, about 7 laps short of fuel. So as they are now pulling into their pit lane, here's Woozy and Bryce pulling into their pit lane. We'll see if it'll be a quick stop for these drivers. As here comes Milk also into the pits. He's kind of far behind, so he's going to have to gain a lap. But Woozy off. Bryce is now off. Very decent stop for those two drivers, as I believe they will be your provisional leaders once everybody cycles through and pits. We've kept it green. We've kept it clean. Especially, we have kept it clean these last, I believe, probably around 3 to 5 laps. So, very good that these drivers did this. very close to cutting that corner. Almost got a penalty. Yeah, did not get a penalty there. Believe now everybody has cycled through, so now it looks like Bawuzi is your leader. So yeah, now it's going to be the race. If Bryce can catch up to Bawuzi, Bawuzi has been looking really, really strong here today. He has made a few mistakes though, so if Bryce can capitalize on those mistakes by Bawuzi, he could definitely try to get by and get the win. Milk, I believe, is in the third position, extremely far back. Might be someone else, actually. Let me see here. It looks to be Milk. Might be Jarrett in front in the third place position. Yeah, it is Jarrett. So Jarrett is in third. Milk is fourth. Not too sure who's in the fifth position. But Bryce, I feel like he's catching up. There is a lap car there. He will pull out of the way. Did pull out of the way for Bawuzi. We'll see if he'll pull out of the way here. Believe that might be the 3 of Footlong. Gonna try to figure it out here. It looks to be, yes, Footlong. There's 2 drivers on pit road. It is Zay and Shelby. Not too sure if they have decided to retire from the event, but Zay and Shelby on pit road. I will update on that once in a lap or 2. Still the lead. The gap I feel like has closed between Bawuzi and Bryce. Bryce is just closing in very little by little. He doesn't have much time left. When we cross the line, I believe it'll be 2 laps to go. So, excuse me, it's not 2 laps to go. They will have around 4 laps to go once they cross the line. It'll be 13 out of 16 once they cross the line, so it will be 4 laps to go. Bryce has significantly, I could tell, he has closed in a little bit loose out of that final corner. That allows Bawuzi to extend the gap even more. Bawuzi looks like he's sailing away now. Bryce is going to just have to hope for a mistake by him. Very aggressive entry by Bryce. Almost missed the corner, had to check up even more to make it. Yeah, Bryce Benn, as we talked about him, started off pretty rough, honestly. I believe, yeah, it just wasn't a good start by him, but he got lucky with a couple cautions and was able to catch up and is now running in the second place position. Jarrett obviously is in the third place position. Kind of a tough break for him. He was competing for the lead with Bawuzi. I feel like he was one of the, maybe if not the only competitor for Bawuzi for that first place position, but unfortunately going into the final corner, he did spin out, so that really costed him there and allowed Milk to catch up, but Milk is a little bit farther back now, so Jarrett obviously has speed in that car, just unfortunate circumstances for the 11th team. And updating on that story, looks like Elbear and Zay have retired from the race. They have been on pit road for a significantly long period of time, so it looks like they have decided to retire and hang up helmet for this race, but looks like they'll probably be back for the next race for Bristol, for race number 4 for the Valvoline Cup Series. It looks like Bawuzi's still out in the lead. Looks to be very, very promising for that driver in that number 43 car. But, yeah, Bryce just trying to hope that Bawuzi gets a mistake, because it seems like the gap has pretty much stayed the same. It looks like it increases through the corners, but Bawuzi has a really, really good exit out of those corners and just pulls away from Bryce. So currently, as of right now, it doesn't look too good for Bryce, unless you can catch him off guard. But it is 3 laps to go. Once we cross the line, it will be 2 to go. So I think Bryce right now is hoping for a caution. That might be the only chance he has against Bawuzi, as we will be heading into the final corner here. for lap number 15. It will be 2 laps to go for the driver, and it looks like they will be heading down pit road one more time. So yeah, two-stop race here. So these drivers short on fuel. I thought they were going to be able to make it honestly the whole way, but I think those cautions just allowed them to save some extra fuel. And yeah, so they will have to pit one more time. Obviously, the leaders are now in the pits. Believe Milk might pit also this time. So yeah, just tough as I was saying for Zay and Shelby. Early retirements for them from the race. But no, looks like a bit of an extended stop for Price. Uzi pretty much pulled off almost instantaneously, but huge gap for between those two drivers. So yeah, so now the gap has significantly increased, I believe, from those two drivers. So now it looks like Bawuzi might get this win for free unless we have some action on pit road, which could cause a late yellow. And I believe it is 2 laps to go. I don't even see Bawuzi in sight on Bryce's POV. I do see, but he's significantly far up there. So it just looks like it might be a Bawuzi showing here today. He's been very, very strong this season so far, especially here tonight, especially in qualifying. Very, very strong by him. I got the 8 wins, so it's looking really, really good for him as he is now heading back onto the bank surface. We'll be heading towards the last couple corners where he will start the final lap very shortly. As Bawuzi now heading outside and now is out of the final corner, and he will take the final lap. It is the white flag here in the Valvoline Cup Series. Bawuzi, an absolutely dominating performance by him. Unlucky situations by Jarrett where he spun out going into the final corner, which definitely probably cost him out a chance for this victory. Bryce is significantly far back. There's nothing for Bawuzi to worry about. Just no mistakes by that number 43 team. If they make one mistake, their race could possibly be over. They do have a massive buffer though, so they could be good if they do receive any sort of track penalty. Bawuzi now going through this twisty set of corners, and will now be heading up onto the oval track. We will take that sharp right there, and we'll take another sharp right. Bawuzi, as I was saying, hits the wall there. Keeps it going though. As I was saying, for Bawuzi, an absolutely dominating performance here today. He is proved that he was the driver to beat tonight, and he had the fastest car of them all as he heads out of the final corner. Bawuzi now on the long front straightaway, now heading towards the start-finish line. He will get the win from Indianapolis. Bawuzi, your winner from Indianapolis. Second, crossing the line will be Bryce. Very strong performance by him. A great turnaround that his team needed. And now crossing the line, looking there, out of the exit, front stretch now, Jarrett will finish in the 3rd position. And Milk might have gotten a penalty there. Was a bit slow out of that exit, but okay result, I guess, for Milk. I feel like he probably expected better, but not too shabby. Gets a 4th place position, 4th place finish for that number 19 Milk Motorsports Toyota Camry. As more drivers are now crossing the line, we will see your official results very shortly. Yeah, I really just had to keep up with the leaders. I couldn't go anywhere else. I was going to lose track. Alright, I got you. Alright, so as Milk said, he has to go. As we'll go through the results really quick. G Cool is 5th, 6th is Tyreek, 7th is Finn, 8th is Akimbo, and 9th is Mopar. And that rounds up your top 9. So that is the race from the Brickyard, the Indianapolis Roval. We thank you all for watching from the Valvoline Cup Series. Unfortunately, there will be no post-race interviews tonight, but we will see everyone for race number 4 at Bristol Motor Speedway. Good night from Indianapolis.